Self-defense is a basic human right, and self-protection has become very big in the United States, to the point that a lot of your armor companies are selling more armor than they ever have to the civilian markets. Now, Midwest Armor carries a number of different style plates, and many of them are very high-tech, even buoyant, that'll float. So there's a number of different styles that you can get. Now, the one thing about the Guardian 4 is that it was made to be priced right. And it's still a level 4. It's a standalone ballistic plate. It defeats up to 30-06 AP rounds, which is pretty serious. In fact, level 4 is the highest ballistic protection that you can have, according to the NIJ, or the National Institute of Justice. And whenever you're purchasing plates, especially ceramic plates, it's really important to make sure that they do hold that level of certification. Now, the one big benefit to ceramic plates is the weight. It weighs less than your AR-500 steel, but it's considerably more expensive. And that's one of the things that the Guardian has done that really helps with that. It weighs 7¼ pounds. I weighed this out. It weighs about 1½ pounds less than the comparable steel plate. Now, this is your standard dimensional plate. It's just under 12 inches and just under 10 inches. So this will fit in your standard plate carrier. It's 1 inch thick. Now, just the overall finish of the plates themselves is a really high quality. Now, the liner on these plates is a Nexus Plus, which is a Cordura nylon liner, but the ceramic should receive the rounds without a lot of fragmentation. It has a ceramic strike face, and this is the ABMM, which is the Advanced Ballistic Matrix material. And it's a really high-tech material that is able to absorb these rounds. Now, it'll actually take multiple hits. One thing that's really nice, and I don't know if you can tell, but the curve on this plate, it fits to the abdomen really well. I mean, it's a natural fit, and it's called a triple curve. So it just kind of molds around, and here you can see the thickness of the plate itself. It also has these shooter cuts to be able to place your rifle on your shoulder without hitting the plates. The plates are labeled on the back with all the pertinent information, and you can go ahead and put the date of issue right here to know how old this plate is. It does have a 5-year warranty. I'm not really sure on the shelf life, but it does hold up very well. You want to keep these away from moisture and keep them in a good environment. Midwest Armor is based out of Hazleton, North Dakota, and these plates are made right here in the USA. So we're going to fire 3 rounds of .308 in one plate and 3 rounds of .556 and the M855 green tipped ammo into one of the other plates. And we're going to find out the reaction of these plates. These Midwest Armor ceramic plates we're going to shoot first with .556, some of the penetrator rounds, and then we're going to shoot 3 rounds of .308. All right, 1 round right here. A lot of deformation, but none on the back.
Just a little,
maybe a little rise.
Bubbling.
Yeah, but it's kind of uniform rise, isn't it?
Yep.
Second round. This is at 25 yards.
You know the really awesome thing about that? You could see the ceramic pouring back out of the hole as the plate was falling over.
Now, unfortunately, when we walked down to look at the second shot of the .556, I had my camera off record, and I didn't even realize it until later. But you're going to see the plate fall, you're going to see this round, and you'll see it flat, knowing that there was no exit hole here. And when you look at the third round, you're going to see, in fact, you can go ahead and look at it, there is no exit hole whatsoever on the .223 or .556. But I do want you to look at this second hole, and it really creates a large cavity. This is all ceramic. Behind it is a Kevlar backing. And so the ceramic itself, once it's hit, it just blasts forth. But it keeps the round contained. Right, round 3, .556.
Just remember, Don, shoot it like you're in the Air Force. Aim high.
Yeah, I need to aim high that second time. That was pretty cool. Good, yep. Right at the top. There's a shelving right here. It must be the framing of, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Held up well. A little bit of separation with the material, but a little bumping, but no penetration whatsoever. Now we're going with 7.62 by 5.1 NATO, or commercially 308 you could use as well in this set me. Go, yeah, pretty deep penetration, deep cavity. Contained the round. Just some swelling on the back, but no penetration. Second round of 7.62 by 5.1. Pretty solid hit. Whoa, a major cavity. Wow. I thought it actually penetrated. There's a pretty good bump there. And we're seeing some separation here with the ceramic plate.
And the Kevlar backer.
Yeah, and this is Kevlar backer. Yeah. I think the Kevlar is what held that in place.
Mm-hmm.
Look up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it blew all the way through. It just disintegrated that ceramic. Here's, of course, that was the 5.56 as well, but still.
But as you can see on the barrel, there's no penetration, no holes or anything.
Yeah, it held in place. Round 3, 7.62 by 5.1. Again, about 25 yards. Shot through the same hole.
Yep.
Okay, unfortunately, I was aiming low because really you need about an inch. And I fired through the same hole. I guess it was right here.
It was, this one.
So we did have some penetration in the back of the plate. Right here. If you have multiple hits in the same area, this is rated to be at least an inch apart. So we're going to go ahead and fire another round in the top and try to see what we can get there. Round 4, we're going to try not to put it through the same hole. That's something we don't usually try. I just want to blow up ceramic plates. I think that's the problem. Well, unfortunately, I think I just nicked the top of that. So that's not really a fair comparison. That obviously isn't gonna, like it just nicked the top of it and blasted out. Held 2 rounds perfectly. I think if we'd have gotten that third round somewhere in a solid area, and of course we're gonna try it again. I don't know, after blasting it like that, we may have weakened the ceramic now to a point where...
It's still pretty solid at the bottom, I think.
But if it does hold it, then it'll be impressive.
Yeah.
We're going for round 5.
Good shot.
Okay, let's see, where do we get that one, Robbie?
It's up here. The top we can see.
Yeah, we got that right here at the top. This was actually, we flipped it because we just wanted to get a good solid strike on the bottom of the plate without hitting dirt. It did stop it. Of course, here we get a good shot of the inside with the fibers, the Kevlar. It's pretty incredible. And let's see the back. No penetration in the back. Definitely deformed. And we wouldn't have had this one if we hadn't shot through the same hole. And of course at the top we had a blast through. So it still took 3 rounds without penetration, and you're not going to get multiple rounds in the same precise area. I don't care what it is. Well, unless it's AR-500 or something, but then the weight is an issue. Okay, here are the plates now in the shop, and we're just going to talk about a few things concerning these plates. This is your 5.56, the 3 rounds that we shot with the Penetrator Rounds, steel core, and then we have the 308, the plate we shot with the 7.62 by 5.1. You know, as demonstrated, we did receive 3 rounds into this plate without penetration, but with 2 rounds hitting in the same exact area, you're going to get penetration because you're going to lose your ceramic backing. One of the things, though, you need to consider, in NIJ, their criteria is that you should have at least a 1 to 2 inch difference to retain the caliber and the bullet projectile into the plate. That's just the rules. The thing is once this ceramic has been destroyed, there's nothing here now to stop it. So that's going to be no matter what type plates you have. But with the 3 separate rounds that we did fire, it did contain the rounds. I know the guys over at Midwest Armor had actually tested plates getting up to 17 rounds of the 5.56 without penetration and up to 9 rounds of 308 without penetration. Now these plates will take up to 30-06 AP, or the M2 AP rounds, and that is really incredible to be able to stop that. I know a lot of their higher dollar plates, they have plates that actually weigh a little bit less, about 5.5 pounds. They're Sigma plates. They are not rated necessarily for 30-06 AP rounds. So these are heavier. They do weigh 7.3 pounds. Of course, they are the correct dimensions for your standard plate carriers. Now, with the plate opened up, we have a Kevlar backing, and the ceramic itself is a high purity alumina oxide ceramic. And so this, of course, once it's hit, it contains the round, but it does crack and break apart, which is the nature of ceramic. This is to take all the energy out and then contain the projectile, and then you have your Kevlar backing to give you extra protection. Now the NIJ, which certifies these plates, is a national standard, and they rated these plates at level 4 protection, which is the highest protection you can get according to the NIJ. And this is the 0101.04 2005 interim requirements. So these plates have a lot of certification behind them. And I think that for the money, these typically run $199 on the Midwest Armor website, which is a fantastic deal. If you've gone around and priced ceramic plates, they're typically $300 and up a piece, sometimes up to $450. These, if you use Sootch in the discount code, he's going to mark these down to $125 a piece, which is a fantastic price for ceramic plates. They do have a 5-year warranty. They are made right here in the United States. So these are just an excellent buy for really high quality ceramic plates, and they can take multiple rounds. And these are standalone plates. You don't really need anything else with them. You stick them in your plate carrier and they will contain the rounds without the spillage, without fragmentation. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. The NIJ, which is the accredited ballistic tape plate. Now the NIJ, which is the accredited association that, and then we have this high purity aluminum. Now with the plate, I'm more nervous about hitting it in the same place than anything.